Okay, hi guys, and welcome back to the second episode of this NHL 15 GM mode. So in the first game, absolute thriller against the Winnipeg Jets to open up the season. It was good, and we won it in overtime. So yeah, hopefully we can continue that form against, well, what would be in this game the reigning champions, the Los Angeles Kings, who actually lost their opening game to the Sharks 6-3. So if we just have a look at this game, then I was going to have a look at the lines and then change my mind. So off we go to the game. Okay, so we're back here for the opening face-off. We've got Kopitar against Hansel. Hansel scored a couple of goals in the last game. He was good for us. And a big hit by Ekman Larson to start off with. So we've got a homestand to open up the season by the looks of things. So at least 2 games here at, what is it, Jobing.com Arena? I really don't know the Coyotes that well. So if I get stuff about them wrong, I'm sorry. There's a shot. Oh, and there was a juicy rebound, but not quite on in the end of anybody's stick, sadly. And there's a shot. Quick's always going to see that and catch it. So 5 minutes in, we've already had maybe 2 chances. So this is good. Sam Garnier to take the face off, and we've got Setaguchi on that second forward line on the right wing, one of our free agents, who actually was unlucky not to score in the opening game of the season. Oh, that was a dive. I did not catch him. Stick was right in front of him. Let's have a look. To me. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Right, I guess. It did look a bit though it was further in front of him than that on my screen, but you know. It's a trip. Power play for the Kings, and they've won the draw as well. Oh, good intercept. We needed that. Shane Doan going up the left wing. Cuts inside, and the backhand isn't going to work. There's a shot and a half, but he got tipped up over his stick, sadly. A good defensive play by the Kings there. And now I've just given Kopitar open space, and he's blown it. Jake Muzzin, Martinez. Oh dear, that's not gone in. And we'll take that. Keith, is that Yandel? I think it's Yandel. Backhand it. Martinez found it, sadly. Vermette with a huge hit on that right wing. Surprised I didn't get an interference call there. Playing physically to make sure we hold puck possession. To be fair, it seems to be working. He says that and then turn the puck over. But that's probably their first shot on goal, so this is good in terms of our forecheck and everything. Hansel's going to try and split the D. I've got to get, yeah, that was never going to get through. I had to put that puck through 4 men to get across crease there. And again, they're just running into these hits, and now they've been called offside. This is all very good. I mean, if we're going to start like injuring or beating down their players, then they're only going to lose morale, so this is good. Klinkhammer, and this time they take us off the puck with a check. Oh, and I went for Doughty, missed and hit another guy entirely. That should really be in it. Oh, that was a good save. Didn't even see that shot coming. I was going to say that should have been a charging penalty, and Quick finds that. He had to know exactly where that was going, because that was like a bat out of hell. Right, next draw. Again, the Setaguchi line's out. McCarlick. I think it got blocked by my own man. That's disappointing, because that probably could have been top shelf. Oh, here we go. Gagne cuts to the outside. Oh, poke checked. Tried to cut to the outside. Is that Stone? Another big hit. And now Setaguchi takes it. Go on, let's go coast to coast with Setaguchi. Here we go. Up through halfway. Deke outside. And he's just left. You know what? You're not going to get anything done if you do that. I thought I had a real good move going on there. And it's just betrayed me. Oh, great steal by Korpakowski. McCarlick takes it. Just 3 seconds left. Bertuzzi, another one of our free agents, and he's been saved to end the period. Oh, are you kidding me? There's 0.0 left and it's called a face-off. That's ridiculous. It's 0.0, you can't give a face-off. Look, nothing happened there. All you had to do was put it down a split second later and it had just gone straight to the intermission. But anyway, second period, no goals so far, though there probably could have been for us. So I think we've played better than the Kings so far. Tried to cut back outside, but there was a man waiting. Keith Yandel, oh, he's got, oh, that was good because he'd beaten us. Oh, what a save. Oh, it's in! Oh, he's waved it off high stick. Thank God for that, because it was a great play by the Kings, actually. That pass there, I was sure it was in, but no, that's got to be a high stick. Williams' shot takes it in the top of the net. I mean, it was a great play, great initiative to take it, but that's got to be a high stick. If it's above the crossbar, it is not a goal, in case you're not aware of the ruling. So, let's see, what does he say? No goal, it was above the crossbar, thank God. Bad luck, LA. Play fair next time, maybe you'll score. Okay, so we've been let off with one now, though it wasn't a goal, so you can't really argue with it. But our defence was really in a bit of a muddle there anyway, so that's just a good scare. Now Setaguchi will take it right. Here we go, coast to coast. Oh no, actually, I'm going to have to pass that up because Stone had the chance to split the D, and he's not going to get it. Oh, Setaguchi! Oh, I really want him to score. I really want one of my new guys to score, especially as he's like the best right winger. He's young. I can't believe he was in free agency. I think he was I think he used to play for the Jets, so. Another reason why I kind of wanted him to win, given that's who we played, and sadly, there is no wave off there. And the refs are perfectly happy with that goal, and I'm afraid so am I, because, yeah, one-timed from... It wasn't a cross-crease like all the Jets goals. I mean, they were just cross-creasing everywhere. If we look here, it was just a one-timer right in front of the net, and Smith just wasn't fast enough. I mean, you can't really argue with a goal like that. I mean, it was just great offensive playing to draw my two defenders away. Him an open shot in the middle. Good steal by Vodka there, off the stick lift, hands up. See, they just crowd the net in front of you and it's hard to get any sort of shot away. That's the main difficulty with Superstar. Like, the actual AI isn't that difficult, it's just the crowding and how they work together that's much better. Oh, and he's taken it, Mikhail Vodka. Knew it wouldn't go into the glove side, so that was the only place I could really put it. And I was expecting to miss it, to be honest, because he was so close and he'd have to get it up so high. But no, Mikhail Vodka has tied this game at home. Look at this, over by the hash marks and it's high above Johnny Quick. Great goal, and then he celebrates into the boards. And yeah, again, can't really blame Quick for that. It was so close that no goalie was really ever going to get near that. So a 1-1 game. We have a tie at Jobing Arena, which is what I'm going to call it, Jobing Arena. Oh, good steal. Todd Bertuzzi, maybe? No, he's a much older. I think is he a right winger as well? I think so. Daniel Alfredson was another one who was he was like the top rated winger on the right wing, but he's just too old. Like, although he was overrated, like overall high, not overrated, but we'd only have had him for the season, and to be honest, I'm trying to like improve, not the team, not more long term. I'll probably be trading with quite a few draft picks this season as well that way, because that is where the Coyotes are worst really, in just in having overall depth, and their players that are meant to be the best ones aren't that good, and then we have a new chance there, and that was very nearly placed behind Quick. Shot to end the period, but Smith takes it in his glove, good lad. So it's a 1-1 game at the end of the period. We're leading them by shots 12-7, but that's not really enough at this point. It needs to be better shots compared to worse shots, really. Try and force rebounds, and that was a poor face-off. The guy didn't even make an attempt on it. Williams, oh, they've taken it back. Drew Doughty, and Kopitar's in front of the net, and he scored it. Smith was completely out of position. I tried to get to him, but he'd already backhanded it through, and it is 2-1 LA here in Arizona. Anze Kopitar, 18th 18 minutes to play in the period. And here we go, look, he just backhands it in. Smith was moved over too much. And Kopitar takes it. And Smith, although he is our best player, I might, again, in the draft, probably be looking for a goalie just to improve the team, really. So, it's just mainly, like, just the overall team isn't that strong, which is why it's free agency, although it will help. Guys like Setaguchi will help every season or so. The draft is what's going to help us, like maybe in 5-6 seasons. Well, maybe even less if we get a couple of really good first round picks. Like, that's what's going to help us get far into the playoffs at the start, and now they've just nailed us. A delayed penalty was coming anyway, but couldn't retain possession. Probably wasn't concentrating because I was talking about the draft, but it's now 3-1 LA off another one-timer. So Richards takes it this time. But we've come down from 3-0 before, although we had more time. Mikhail Bodka again, but this time Quick knew where it was going, so it's not going to go in. I'm just going to try and block it, and that one's worked. Stick down on the ice, takes the puck off his stick. Keith Yandel, let's just slap it, and Quick's there to save it. Oof! Surprised I didn't get an interference penalty there, and now the Kings are trying to start something. Having none of it. Who we got? We've got our third line out. So Penner and Bertuzzi, two of our free agents, are there. And Quick makes an incredible save, almost from behind himself. But yeah, we want Penner or Bertuzzi to get a goal here. So I'm surprised those guys actually signed for us. I mean, the only guy who rejected our offer was Kolyakovo because we already signed too many players. But yeah, these are all the saves that Quick's made. And Bertuzzi got unlucky with his shot. But here we go, 10 minutes to play in the third. We need 2 goals to send us to another overtime. And there's the shot, but it was aimed right at him. If that had been a bit more on his blocker side, we might have edged one in there. But look at this, just face-off after face-off in the top left circle at the moment. Dustin Penner tries to get the poke check. But it's not to be. Kyle Clifford coming down the right wing. Well, their right wing anyway. Todd Bertuzzi passes it into the net. Here we go. Oh, and he's been taken out. Is that Schlemko, did it say? Jared Stoll, that is going to be a penalty because I've tripped him, and the delayed penalty is waved off again because they've scored. Yeah, again, if you're not aware of the ruling, if a delayed penalty is called and then you score, the penalty gets waved off. But that is what's happened twice in this game so far. There was the trip there, and Clifford's basically just roofed it high. And Smith's glove was nowhere near fast enough for that. Great shot, and it was quite close. But there we go. 4-1 LA now. It is looking like we're going to get our first loss of the season, sadly. Although, to be fair, we probably should have had that in the last game. But as I say, Arizona not the best team. We are on superstar difficulty, and that should have been 5-1. That is unlucky for LA, really. And again, they're just cross-creasing now. The AI is a lot more friendly with cross creases and the higher difficulties, because obviously it is a good strategy, and we've hit the not the crossbar but the post. Doan misses wide. Oh, this is agony. Steal, and again he's just going to get knocked off the puck. My team's strength is also quite low, and they just don't really, they're not able to hold on to the puck that well. Puck handling is a problem, and they've just, again, puck's just been pushed back in. There's the steal. And again, he was looking for a man on the other side of the net. And what was that pass? 27 seconds left. Somehow I feel like I can't come back from this. Gaborik, oh my Christ, just can't get the puck back. There we go, right, play it out. Let's see if we can get, oh my God, he just got destroyed in the boards. I'm going to have to watch that hit back, I'm sorry. But that was a destructive hit. Here we go. Here we go. Bang! It wasn't an elbow, but he's just basically pushed through him. Like, it wasn't really a shoulder hit. He's basically just punched into him. 5 seconds. Let's just clear it out. Even if we get the chance to, we do. And that ends this game. A 4-1 loss at home to the LA Kings. They are the reigning champs. Probably was going to happen. Bodka gets second star. Ekman Larson gets third. I look at that, 5 hits. And Jeff Carter with 2 assists and a hit gets first star for the Kings. But it is a loss in the second game of the season, and it's also a big shame. Okay, so let's see who we've got for our next game, and then I will end this episode for now before moving on to, as we find out, we have got the Edmonton Oilers. So, and they're currently 1-0-0, so if we sim up to that game, we'll maybe see if they lose in the meantime. That's kind of what we're looking for. If we look, we've now dropped to 6th in the Pacific Division, which obviously 6th out of 7th ain't too great. I am done that scouting trip. I never get past that poor grammar. I don't know who you're facing, but we need you to lose to them. Come on. They've actually had 2 games in the meantime. They won 1 and then lost 1 in overtime. So they're on 5 points behind the Flames, who are on 6 points because they've played another game and lost it in overtime as well. So current standings are Calgary, Edmonton, San Jose, Anaheim, Vancouver, and then us, Arizona. I'm going to call them Phoenix occasionally, given that was what they used to be called. And that means the Kings are actually bottom of the Pacific Division, so they must have lost a couple of games in the meantime. But the good news is that our team's had a good break by the looks of it, looking at how many other games other people have had. Like Vancouver, the only other team I can see that have only played 2 games. So this is good. That stands us in good stead for the Edmonton game. And it doesn't tell us what the scores were or anything. But no, this is good. This is a good sign for the next episode. So thank you for watching this one. Shame it was such a loss. I mean, bad loss, 4-1. But looking at this, we have a strong chance of at least going into overtime with the Oilers in the next one. Thank you for watching, guys. See you next time.